Pollock, and this is how to upgrade your PC with an SSD drive, the quick version. There is a longer version available if you want the full work through, but right now you're watching the quick version and we're going to do it in just a couple of minutes. So without any further ado, let's jump into this. First thing we want to do is get our SSD drive. I have one here from Kingston. It's a SSD Now V300 drive, and I'm going to throw this into my PC like this. It has a mounting bracket which I'm just going to slide into this slot here and screw it in place, and then we'll connect up the cables. There's extra space on the motherboard here for the connector cable, the SATA connection cable. There are 4 SATA connectors here. There's 2 already in use, one for the original hard drive and one for the CD-ROM drive. I'm going to plug into another one. What we need to do is have both the SSD drive and the hard drive plugged in and running so that we can do the transfer of data between the two. So once we've got those plugged in, we've got power into the SSD drive as well. We'll close it back up and we'll boot off the DVD that comes in the SSD drive pack. You can get a upgrade pack. I'm using the upgrade pack, and that comes with the DVD with the cloning software, and it comes with all the cables and everything that you need. So we'll boot up with this DVD and it will automatically take us into this lovely cloning software, and we'll just follow it through the menu system here. Now we're just going to do an automatic clone. The reason we're cloning the drive is so that you can remove your original hard disk drive, and this SSD drive will boot just the same as it ever did before on your old hard drive, and you'll have exactly the same system. So we will select the automatic system. Now we want to select our original hard drive as the source drive, and you'll see here that I have this WDC drive in my machine, and it's called drive number 1, which is handy. So I'll select that as my source drive. Now my SSD drive is showing up as drive 2. That's because I already did a clone onto it before for my previous video, and your SSD drive will maybe not show up in this list on this page because it won't be initiated. When we go to the next page, your SSD drive will appear and yours should say uninitiated or ready to initiate or something like that, and you just select that drive and we'll go on. Now mine is telling me I already have data on the drive. Am I sure I want to overwrite it? And I say yes, and we carry on, and it starts the clone process. The clone process really doesn't take all that long. It's been taking 9 to 10 minutes on my machine. It does depend on the speed of your machine and exactly how much data you have on your drive, but I wouldn't expect it to take all that long. And when it's done, all we need to do is to exit this program, and then you have 2 choices. You can remove the old hard disk drive. If you remove the old hard disk drive, then you will only have the new SSD drive. You won't be able to use the old hard disk drive because it won't even be in your computer. Or you can go into BIOS and you can set the SSD drive as the boot drive, which I'm just going to go through here, find my devices, check which one is which, disk 1 and disk 0. Disk 0 is the original drive, disk 1 is my new drive, and then I'll go into the boot order and I'll change it so that disk 1 boots before disk 0. Now we've set that, I can save and exit and reboot, and the machine will reboot off of my SSD drive. Now in this particular computer I found that Windows 10 was loading in about 25 seconds. With the SSD drive it now loads in about 15 seconds. Similarly, Word was opening in something around 20 seconds. It's now opening in 10 or 12 seconds. And basically everything is just a little bit faster and a little bit better. And that's all you need to do to upgrade. Now, in this setup as we have it here, we have both hard drives in the machine. What I can do is go into my computer, and in my computer I can wipe the old hard drive, so I have a blank hard drive which I would probably use as a data drive. My suggestion is that your boot drive and the drive you keep your data, your pictures and your documents and everything like that are separate drives, so keep the old hard drive in just to save your pictures and your documents on, and boot from the SSD drive because that's going to give you the biggest speed enhancement. I hope this video has been useful. Go ahead and leave any questions in the comments and I'll try to answer them as quickly as I can, and look out for my next video coming soon.